What's one of your biggest fears?
Run out of gas.
Yeah.
It has happened to me already.
Really?
Yeah.
What did you do?
My wife and I were going to work one morning
Yeah.
on Oxford Road, and we were hoping to make it to the gas station that morning.
Yeah.
And the car shut off.
Oh my goodness.
And he's a bike man with flag down. And they were buckling on the trunk.
Wow.
And they pan the bike back.
Yeah.
That was my first time on a bike back too. That was excellent. I'm gonna drop off.
Today I'm somewhat sad. This is my final random interviews with Ryan from Jamaica for now. But fortunately for me, I spoke to one of the Avengers and he gave me the shirt. This is a great human being. Known him for a long time and I'm so excited, so excited for you to listen to what we spoke about in our random chat. So check it out. He's Andre Miller. Andre is my friend. I know him from a long. How long have we known each other?
It probably is over maybe close to 20 years, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, really?
It's probably close to that. Yeah. It's probably close to that. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
It's been
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Yeah,
15.
Yeah.
I think around about 15, 16 there about. Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you, do you remember what you wanted to do with your life at 5 years old?
Yeah, I want to be a fireman.
Really?
There was a song that went with it.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to be a fireman with a hook and ladder truck. It was on TV. Figured, hey, they would never save people.
Okay.
And then I grew up and learned that it wasn't. Yeah.
What 10? At 10, did you still want to be a fireman?
No, at 10, I think I wanted to just survive.
Just to survive.
Yeah. I think at 10 I became aware of crime and all of the issues that were pervasive in the country.
Yeah.
I just wanted to survive, you know. But it wasn't weighing heavily on me, but I was just aware. I think at that time I remember seeing a picture in the newspaper of a dead child on the ground.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, that could have been me.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah.
Okay. How about 15/16 when you were the head boy at KC?
I had a desire to do law, but not to be a lawyer.
Okay.
But
people tell you chat now?
Yeah. That was it. You know. Yeah, and then they found me very argumentative. Okay. Yeah, and then I think on that time I did like use big word.
Okay.
Yeah, so I really took to it.
Yeah.
One of the first big words that I remember spewing out was realize. My father drive on the road one day and a man overtake him and I said, Daddy, you never realized. And it was a big thing. And then I moved from realize to malapropism.
Oh. What does malapropism mean?
It has no bearing on life. But yeah, so I wanted to do something in law.
Yeah.
And then I realized that really wasn't for me. I wanted to go to the root of social change, which was policy.
Really?
Yeah, because lawyers, they go with what has been written, jurisprudence.
Yeah.
For me, I wanted to go to the core, where it starts. And it starts by pulling together those phrases, those sentences that kicks out what a policy position is going to be on something. So that's where I find myself today.
Okay, cool. So what do you do for a living?
Currently, I work with UNICEF in Jamaica.
Yeah.
And I do social policy.
Social policy.
Yes.
Okay, very good. How does that work out on a day-to-day basis? What kind of social policy?
Well, so effectively it's looking at some social issues in the country.
Yeah.
Or issues in the country, whether it's economic, social or physical.
Yeah.
And it's having conversations with other partners who would wish to do something about those challenges and sort of working out a framework as to how we can solve that particular problem. Okay. So if it needs resources, we draft whatever plan is required. If it needs intervention, we come up with whatever intervention necessary. So it's really about the solving some of the greater issues that mankind has.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Do you love what you do?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I think I am a doctor and a lawyer and a fireman in one. I out a lot of social fires. You know, I heal a lot of wounds in the society.
Yeah.
And I'm able to have conversations and pull people together in a way that is necessary for people to coexist.
That's interesting. So at 10 you wanted to survive, but now you're putting things in place for others to survive.
I'm not fireman.
Cool. What did you study at university?
Lord Jesus, so funny. So my undergrad is in language communication and society, and that was strategic. I didn't want to do a degree that tied me to any one particular field. I wanted to be able to have a broad perspective from the academic domain as to, you know, people, how people. One of the things I loved about, you know, linguistics was the language of negotiation. How you pull together words to get people to respond a particular way.
Okay.
Like there's a Bible scripture that says a soft answer turns away wrath.
Yeah.
For me, it's not the wrath and it's nothing else. It's the answer.
Yes.
It is what you put in that sentence that can determine the next move that somebody will make.
Yeah.
That's a huge deal.
That's
a huge deal.
It is.
I mean, we wouldn't have had a particular war right now if somebody said the right thing, you know, or somebody acted the right way.
Yeah.
So it starts with the words.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. What type of hobbies do you have?
I'm a drummer. Yeah, I sing.
Okay.
I chat. That's a hobby. I kind of like social media for viewing what is happening across the world, especially the bite-sized chunk of information versus having to go through an entire encyclopedia.
Or don't you feel like you lose context with those bite-sized? That's a problem I have with it. Like, how do I know the truth without the context? Yeah,
well, you just string up these various sources, you know, and say, all right, and you line them up against, you know, whether or not them line up. So clearly, 10 people now gonna tell a lie, but it's possible. But you can measure the 10 people against maybe a more authoritative source, and then you say, all right, cool, you make sense. But what I like about it is people's filter. So it's people's perspective on that particular issue. And I think that's what makes it cool, you know. Them not gonna be right, but to hear them think, yeah man, there's something there in hearing people start.
What projects are you working on that you're most excited about right now?
Work. We're doing some great things for the sector. That includes persons with disabilities. I also enjoy the work that I do with partners who work with what we call the PATH program here in Jamaica. Just the ability to transform the lives of persons who are deemed vulnerable and poor because of the multidimensional nature of the poverty that they face. That's one. On the social side, I rather enjoy the work I do through my church. The social outreach and the impact and the transformational experiences, they're just amazing. And then I guess the third project, which maybe is the one I prioritize the most now, my children, and the quality of life that I want them to have. So my son, he's supposed to look upon me when he reach 19 and say, Daddy, I want to be a pilot. And my response to him is, yeah man, we're good. We don't have all the money for it, but we can start you. You know, rather than saying, boy, you have to go look at work, you know, because we don't have the money. So I'm just trying to see what we can do now to lay as good a foundation for them. So that, you know, as my parents did it for me and my wife's parents did it for her, we should be able to set it for them so that they can appreciate and really enjoy life. You know.
Okay, got it. So tell me about like your career journey. Like, were there any obstacles that you face from leaving university to where you are now? What was that process like to get you there? Was it, how easy or hard was it?
It wasn't easy, but it was worth it. It wasn't challenging. I think because of the type of foundation that I laid. I've always, from young, I did love old people, right? So I did that them yard, me that chat with them. I learned a lot from their experiences.
Yeah.
So when I entered university, I was counseled by old people.
Okay.
I'm not talk about big top professional. I'm not talk about the little lady where she that do wash plate and cook and clean for years.
Yeah.
But she can tell you, boy, try this,
Yeah.
So when I left university, my first job, I didn't apply for it.
Okay. Interesting.
The managing director heard about me and just what I was doing. I was doing some volunteer work with Nationwide Radio and a real estate company, and they heard about me, and they're like, hey, come make a talk, no? And then we spoke.
Yeah.
And the next day I was the regional manager for the company.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, I can't tell you how it got there, but that
Wow.
I was saying to my wife recently that I found that how my career has worked. The prior steps have paved the way for the next one.
Okay.
So every job I've been in, it was important as a step for the next one.
Okay.
So I moved from that company, and then I went into government.
Okay.
I was there for about 13 or 15 years, thereabout, a long time. In that time, the experiences I gleaned when I was with the Canadian firm helped me to do far more.
Okay.
And then after that, I then moved to the UN space. So after I left, that should be interesting how you splice that.
Yes.
You probably can know some. Oh, my daughter was crying. Yeah. So after I left government, then a colleague had reached out to me about this opportunity with the UN, and had recommended me to one of the team members there. It was never on my radar. I never had a dream where I tend to say I'm going to work at the UN.
Yes.
I had the opportunity when I was working with PATH to go to one of the General Assemblies in New York for a little stint, and I was like, oh, this is nice. But again, it was nice to be in the space. So interestingly, again, it wasn't on my radar, but steps of the right man are ordered, so I just have to trust God. And the door opened and I went into that space. Okay. Again, it wasn't an application per se. Yes, the process required an application, but again, it was built on
It will be funny. I'll put some of this in there.
Yeah. The bloopers, Lord Jesus. Yeah. So the recommendation, really was, them talk about promotion doesn't come from the north nor the south, but from God.
Yeah.
It really was just the Lord opening that door.
Okay.
So I really don't give any credit to me.
Yeah.
It really has been what God has done in my life, and let's see what He does in the years ahead. It should be interesting.
Yeah, which leads me to the next question: is would you change your careers? Career.
Would I change my career?
Yeah.
Never necessarily select it in the first place. So I'm staying on the path that the Lord has me on. I mean, mind you, I'm not saying that I sit here oblivious to whatever. Would I change my career? Because I don't think I'm the one that I didn't place myself on the path. I'm not gonna fly up in a God face and say, I don't want this. I've seen so many persons who select their career path be frustrated.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just ride this until there is an end to it. But so far, God has opened every door.
Yeah.
I don't deserve any of those doors He has opened. I mean, there are so many other qualified persons. There are so many other godly persons. But I think He understands my heart, and He just continues to honor my faithfulness. And that's how it has been so far.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. All right, 10 rapid fire questions. Don't think too hard about these questions. Just answer. Let's go. Do you prefer chocolate cake or cheesecake?
Cheesecake.
Cool. Do you like being an adult?
Sometimes. When the bills don't come in, you know.
Adult without bills.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. I like lunch money.
Yeah,
you know. Yeah.
Well, I like lunch money when I was like leaving high school. You know, that's when it was the most.
Oh yeah. No man, I'm all about that lunch money.
Yeah.
Man.
Coffee or tea?
Tea.
Tea. All right. Who is your hero?
I have none. I don't know. Megatron.
Megatron.
I have none.
All right, that's
Hero.
That's fine. What's your favorite book?
We don't have none of that. No, I read widely.
Yeah.
I think what I enjoy is I enjoy electronic publications. I don't have a favorite book. There was one. The name slips me now, but it was entitled Straight A's Never Made Anybody Rich.
Interesting.
Beautiful read. The title alone.
Yes.
I was like, this is excellent.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody who got straight A's and they're rich today.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody.
Yeah.
You know, so maybe that's been my reference point in life.
I'll look it up.
Yeah.
All right. If you could have a conversation with any person in history, who would it be?
Nelson Mandela.
Yes.
This one is for Mandela.
Yeah. That he had a measure of peace and love and assertiveness.
Yeah.
He had great balance. Yeah. And then Solomon. You know, yeah man, that guy had it all.
He did.
Yeah. Him have every man want. I mean, we don't even know how he manage all of that, you know, and still hold him thing together.
Solomon from the Bible. All right. What's one of your biggest fears?
Run out of gas. It has happened to me already.
Really?
Yeah.
What did you do?
My wife and I were going to work one morning out on Oxford Road, and we were hoping to make it to the gas station that morning.
Yeah.
And the car shut off.
Oh my goodness.
And it's a bike man with flag down. And they were buckling in the trunk.
Wow.
And they pan the bike back.
Yeah.
That was my first time on a bike back too. That was excellent. I'm gonna drop off.
Oh,
Man,
wow.
him carry me go to the gas station, put in the gas, and I come back and put in the car. Me know my shirt and tie, you know.
Yes.
And I saw me and bust it up. But it was an excellent experience, you know.
Okay.
But I'm afraid for runners, I guess.
Yes,
Especially with my children now.
Yeah.
Cause them can't push. No, I'm pretty sure they would probably steer.
You're the push.
Well, come on, we're parents. We got this. Yeah.
Oh, God, that's funny. All right. What makes you angry?
I don't easily get angry. But if I do, it is injustice.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, it affects me.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially from people who know better. Yeah, and them know. Like they gotta tell them say it wrong.
Yeah.
And they still persist in with the selfish pursuit. Yeah.
Okay, cool. What's your favorite vacation?
Spot or just vacation entirely?
It could be a staycation or it could be anything that comes to mind.
I hardly take them, so I don't even know. Vacation. I think the best one for me, it was a weekend. My wife and I went to Greece for a wedding, and it was a really, really good time.
Yeah.
Just to.
Do you remember where in Greece? Which island? If it was an island?
No, no, remember.
Okay. Alright, cool. And finally, who would you like to say hi to right now?
Big up to my daughter every time. God bless her now. Me love you. Taiwan to Canada, she there.
my friend and family them in Jamaica. It's like a greeting across Jamaica
Yes.
thing. Oh Lord. I don't know. I guess hi to my son who loves watching the channel.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he's gonna be excited to see this.
Big up yourself.
Yeah, go Jadik. You're gonna say he called my name.
Yes, Jadik, you large now.
Yeah. My darling wife,
Yes.
you know, who I'm sure you'll see a blue part too, or hear a blue part too with her in it. My family, you know, they've been solid. I don't deserve the family I have, but I guess the Lord found it fit for me to have that family still. So I'm grateful.
Okay, awesome. Alright, so the next time you have somebody who, let's say they want to have a dream of wanting to work at the UN and but they're somehow doubting themselves because they're not qualified or they don't have necessary connections, what would you say to that person?
An application never hurts. Just do it. And when you do it, stick with it.
That's a good ending
That's a
point.
Yeah, just do it. Go. It's okay to dream, and it's equally okay to do. It doesn't hurt you to apply. It doesn't hurt you to just make that step. Just do it. Wherever it might get pop, and that's okay. You get one life to live it. But I think I couldn't end without saying that, you know, the steps of a righteous man are ordered. So, you know, as you do these things, God guides you along the way, you know. And whatever your hand find for do it with your might. Do it with your might.
Cool, sounds good. Thanks so much, Andre. This was fun.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Yeah. So, thank you, everyone, and remember, stick with it.
Respect.
Cut. We're out. What's your favorite color? Mine is green. While you're thinking about it, why don't you consider subscribing? What we do here is that we help you and your goals to have a nice stick-to-itiveness in your relationship. So see you in the next video.
Might have a pause. Might have a pause. We can pause.
I'll just stop it.
Alright.
It's fine.
And Auntie Joan, yes. Mommy, I do want something. So, how are you?
I'm doing okay. Just come to say hi.
Them upstairs. I do want something. Ooh, what new clothes? But I am Auntie Joan! Shh. Take care. Them have to stop them noise. It's loud. Like she. Danara, you want? She cry. I need to come into the something. Danara, the conversations that you are having are coming in this thing.